G'day folks, it's the 13th of the 10th 2020 and I'm going to do my weekly update and bring you along and show you what I've got going in the system and what I'm going to be putting in the system. So let's go and have a look, folks. Fish tank's going pretty good. There's 18 reasonably sized goldfish in there at the moment. I'm just waiting on getting in some silver perch. Still waiting on my second fish tank to go in here. Fish tank, as you can see, is running good. That's my homemade Venturi. Just from a heap of bits that I had in the shed. It's putting out a fair bit of bubbles in there. I'll just turn her off here. The water's red at the moment. I'm using iron, which is the one that makes your water red. I haven't got any good fish at the moment, so I'm just using up my iron that I've got that's red. So I'll put down the bottom of the screen what it is. So that's the fish tank. Turn them back on. Bubbles again. So yeah, fish tank's going well. From the fish tank we come up with a riser. It's just your normal lift all the solids up, comes down and into my new, I've just put in my new filter, which I got off of Facebook for free. Most of the stuff I've got here is off of Facebook, guys, so you can do it. You can make your own aquaponics system pretty cheaply if you hunt around. All the bits I use apart from the pipe work are all off Facebook. So yeah, this is my massive filter. So the pipe comes in there and up there from the fish tank. And I've put in a blue 44 cut in half that goes down nearly to the bottom, so the water goes down. As it's going down and coming back up again, it's dropping all those solids into the bottom of the tank. Let's just see if we can see all those solids down there. It's picking that up pretty well. I don't know where you can see just there. That's my pickup outlet for when I clean the tank. I put a pump on it to pump it out through that valve there, and I pump it out onto the grass or the garden depending on where I want to do it. So that's the filter, my new filter, up and running. Now we're coming over to where the filter comes out and comes down into my sump tank, which is IBC again cut. So everything that comes from the grow beds and this fish tank is all into this sump tank. I have a split system because I'm going a lot bigger than my solar can handle. I'm running two pumps. The pump that goes to the fish tank is on solar, and the pump that goes to the grow beds is on power at the moment until I can get more batteries and more panels, which I'm looking for on Facebook. Okay, the first bed here we got sweet corn down the back going. So there's a number of sweet corn there. Front of the beds I have cucumbers, which are a Lebanese cucumber. So they're a Lebanese growing cucumber. These are in the first two grow beds here. In my grow beds, if you don't know, I run lava rock, which is a rock that's probably better showing one of these, which is the lava rock with heaps of holes in it, which is good for aquaponics, for the microorganisms to live in and clean the water. Going on to bed 2, which I have sweet corn in at the moment, and I have one capsicum plant here not doing too well for some reason. The others seem to be alright. Yep, my siphon is working alright, so I'm not too sure what's going on with that one. I'm using U siphons. I'm changing over to U siphons because I've had enough of the bell siphons. They just do my head in. So I'm changing it all over to U siphons. Capsicums that I've got in this bed are a capsicum or pepper sweet mixed. So they're a red, purple, yellow, orangey capsicums mixed, to see how they go. I'll have to figure out why that capsicum there is not getting water, I would say, or is. No, he's in the water. He might not be just liking the heat. We're a bit hot today, so a bit interesting. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. Next bed we've got sweet corn again growing. These little ones here I transplanted, so that's why they're a bit small at the moment. So yeah, they're going alright. The next bed here is a pepper, which is a red pepper, sweet red pepper. They're going pretty well. Did have a little bit of deficiency in the next bed, but not sure why. The nutrients and everything was in there, but I ended up with some curly leaf deficiencies and growing slow. But this bed got a water problem, and these plants didn't get watered properly, so it could be the reason why they've gone like this. But the newer leaves on these plants are coming along as well, so we'll have to see. I mean, I'll dose the system up with some nutrients. I won't go into what I've done. I'll do another video on that. So yeah, this bed's not doing too well, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on this bed to see what's going on. Next bed is just more cucumbers that I've put in. They've only just started to get their new leaves on and take off. Little bit of celery here, which is going to start to die very quickly from the heat very soon. So that's basically those beds, what I've got in it and what's going on. I have tacked on another bed on the end here, just yeah, as you can see, just a makeshift one, because I haven't got any blue drums, so I can't build another one of these beds, another one of those beds to go in here. So I've just tacked this one on the end for summer. They're all cherry tomatoes in there. These are 2 weeks old, and as you can see, they're just going really nicely. Quite happy with them. I've got the lava rock in there, as you can see, nice lava rock going. Yeah, so they're going quite well. Yeah, happy with that. So that's that. Those beds there. There's a little bit of spinach here on the end with some nice big leaves on them. Feeling the heat a little bit today. So yeah, little blue bucket here, which is not aquaponics. It's just a sweet potato that I've got growing in the blue bucket. Coming up to my Dutch buckets, which you can see go down both sides. This side I've got some Gross Lisa tomatoes in. That side I've got some more cherry tomatoes in. We eat a lot of tomatoes, so that's why I've got so many in. My watering is through a watering system with a little spray nodule on the end, which sprays into the Dutch buckets, comes out into this pipe here, and drains back into my sump tank. So they're all going quite nicely. They've just started to flower now, so I should be getting tomatoes on here pretty soon. As you can see, the flowers. Yeah, what can I say? These are only 2.5 weeks old. So from the last video I'd done until now, I think 2.5 weeks. As you can see, that's just absolutely phenomenal growth. I'm very happy with them. Very happy with them. My duckweed going very nicely. I put a little bit in for the goldfish, but the goldfish don't eat so much duckweed. I'm not sure why they don't eat as much duckweed, but yeah, this is just all ready for when I get my silver perch in, or cod, one of the two at the moment. I was just trying to find somewhere to get some. So yeah, seed raising area, I've got some Gross Lisa tomatoes in there that have got to go out. This is basically how I raise my seeds. So that one's ready to go into the system. I use little shot glasses. So they're like a little plastic shot glass. And I just put a heap of holes in the bottom. And put a bit of coconut pour in there with the seed. And that's the way I start my seeds. Around this side here you can see some seeds starting to come up, so just starting to germinate now in that one. Those are actually more cucumbers. I want to put some more cucumbers in, so those seeds have probably been in a week and they're just starting to germinate. It should be less than a week. They're just starting to germinate now. Cherry tomatoes are really looking good, really healthy, growing very nicely, fruiting on there, flowers on there, so yeah, quite happy with that. So yeah, I'll see how they go this season and whether these Dutch buckets work properly on my system. But yeah, that's basically all my system and how it's setting up. I've still got, what have I got to do? I've got a quarantine tank that I'm going to build that will go up the other end on the other side of these, for when I get fish in to quarantine them before I put them into the system. I've still got 2 sand beds I want to put in for growing carrots and sweets and the type of root vegetables. I'm going to grow that in sand. Have a go at that in the aquaponics. But otherwise, that's my system up to date. I've put shade cloth, if you're wondering, over the stones just to cut down on the heat that's getting onto the stones while the plants grow. And yep, that's basically my system in total at the moment. Any questions, suggestions? I've got another fish tank that will go in here, so I'll be running 2 fish tanks, and the quarantine tank will go just in here, and then that will be the end of my system building, which will be interesting when it's all finished and running properly. Well, it is running properly now, and I'm just adding to it. So that second grow bed there has sunk a little bit. I've got to lift it up, which is not too hard. Yep, any suggestions with everything, folks, or any questions, or Anything that you've seen that I'm doing wrong, or any plants that are not looking too good and you know why, whack them down in the comments section. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and bell, and YouTube will let you know when I upload a new channel, a new video. So folks, I'll leave it at that. I hope everyone is having a very nice day, and I shall catch you next video, folks. Cheers.